Hello, thank you so very much for joining me. I'm tree decorating. I've done the basics. I've actually got two sets of lights on. I'm just going to switch one of them off and just work with the soft yellow ones at present. And the mirror is reflecting some of the lights from the back. It's not that the tree is wonky at the top or anything. So I'm just going to talk while I do a little bit of the decorating. They'll probably be yelling out, "Not there! There's a gap round there." And I know I'll be a couple of hours going round finding gaps and sorting them. But these, what I call blown glass, which people call baubles, they've been a big part of my life. My father was a wholesale stationer, and our Christmas started in January when he went to the Harrogate Toy Fair and he ordered his stock for Christmas, including the decorations as well as all of the toys. So it was always exciting when he came back. Had he got any samples? But most importantly, had he brought us a cake from Betty's tea shop in York or in Harrogate? That was always the special treat. And as he'd travelled by train, hoping that they hadn't got too squashed in his baggage on the way home. But I had a tree, and I had several pieces of blown glass that dated from my father's warehouse, and I stupidly, now I realise, lent them out to somebody that I thought I could trust, because I was actually going away to my son in Hong Kong for Christmas, and this person didn't have a tree. And when all was sorted after Christmas, I said, "Oh, could I have my tree and the baubles back?" "Oh, right, yeah." Well, that "right, yeah" never happened. He actually moved house and left the tree up in the loft. And I was assured that the baubles, the blown glass, they were only old tat, so it really didn't matter. It mattered to me, and I'm sorry, but he well knew that. And I've never had them back, so I had to start again. I have got just two little pieces of the original, and they are the last things to be placed on in place of honour. So I've been ages doing this morning. The lights, do you know how it is? You carefully wrap them up, and over the rest of the year, the fairy light elves come along and taffle them all up. So I've been ages, with the help of Myschka, trying to sort them out, which obviously I did eventually. And I ummed and ahed about doing this. Did I really want to put up a tree this year? Was I really bothered? There won't be people to see it. And I thought, I'll see it. I'm important. And people who read my blogs, who look at my vlogs, they will see it too if I do this. So thank you for giving me the kick in the pants to do it. So I'm just going to pause for a moment because I want to put the top star on, and I've got to get on a step ladder to do that, and I don't want to do that with the camera running in case I come toppling off. Be back in a minute. Okay, so the star's in place. I've still got to worm some of those lights up so that they go into the star. But that moment of having the star on my tree, it always triggers a memory from my days in teaching. I was working, when I was a special needs teacher, I was working with this young man who had a lot of problems. Lovely young man, be about 7 or 8. And, oh no, the furry one is starting to investigate. Oh, heck, I had hoped he might behave this year. Oh, right, okay. It's obviously not meant to be, but at least he doesn't nest in it as my previous cat used to do. He just knocks the baubles off onto the floor. Myschka, no. And by the time Christmas has been and gone, I will have lost track of how many times I will have said, Myschka, no. Oh no, the tree's starting to rock. It's going to be a fun time, I can see. So back to the star. And it was the run up to Christmas, and in the hall there was a large Christmas tree, and every child had to have a star on the tree. A star with their Christmas wish. And it wasn't for a new bike, anything new. It wasn't that kind of school. A lot of these children were undernourished, poorly clothed. So it was really to get a more spiritual comment, especially as it was one of my little schools that was a religious-based school. And so I explained to him what we had to do. And I said, look, I've got my gold and my silver pens with me. Would you like me to write what you say, and then you can copy it onto your star with one of these pens? Oh, yes, please. I said, right, do you want a minute or two to think what you want to say? He said, no, I know what I want to say. So I asked him what it was. And he said, I want somebody to say they love me. And it broke my heart. It really, really did. A little 8-year-old, 7-year-old, not having to think. He knew what his Christmas wish was. He knew what he would want in life. And so every time, every year since, and there have been quite a number of years since, that I place my star on the top of the tree, I think of that little boy and hope that he has, throughout his life, found that love that he sought. But I send love winging to him every year anyway. And that's why I need that light to go in, to make it twinkle and sparkle for him. That little boy who will now be a grown man. So on that note, I will get back to decorating the rest of the tree, filling in the rest of the gaps. And I will film in front of it over the next couple of days so you can see the finished thing. But thank you for allowing me to share this story, because it's a yearly event that I get upset about, thinking of him and so many children like him who don't have a loving family background. So many children in the Ukraine now who, goodness only knows what their Christmas will be like. And I'm bothered about filling in gaps on my tree. Does it matter? No. Having love is what matters. On that note, I will love you and leave you, and thank you for joining me. And I'll speak again to you soon. Take the greatest of care that you can. Bye for now. Bye.